how I knew Kendi was the one is the way she was eating that fish.
No, no.
For someone who had never handled fish, the closest interaction with fish was fish on pepper. And she ate brown ugali
Ugali with my hands.
with her hands. Remember, even in her home, fish was eaten using a fork. With all the mifupas. Let me tell you. Hii Kenya tusihame. I got to realize she was a Sunday school teacher. She was an unsung hero. Being, I think, introverted, being very quiet, she used to do her thing in her little corner. And I was like, if people knew who this girl is, she would be the director right now. Like, she is not only brilliant, she's beautiful, but she's also a lot more things than she's willing. So when you spend time with her, you actually get to get different layers of who she really is and the things that are important to her. And being a Sunday school teacher, then she was laughing at my jokes. You know, my jokes can be dry, like dry.
No, his jokes, you have to be very sharp. Juma can crack a joke in a crowd, guys are like, huh?
Yeah.
Says the joke is hilarious. You have to be sharp.
This is the thing, nangoja waende waoge. Alafu wakioga, the layer juu inatoka exfoliation. Yeah, so just getting to know her value system, and she comes from a strong family. I think that partly, but also I prayed about it and I had a lot of peace. I'm very wild, and the reason even I had to tell her up front that hey, it is you I want to marry. It is you I want to marry. Go deal with that. Whatever you deal with it, you can even give me no for an answer, but it's you.
You still
Because
take it.
a lot of women used to say I'm a joker. Like I would go to a lady and pour out my heart, and I can be poetic. I did literature, so I could all come out and say all the nice things, but then they would be like, "Hey, you're not serious with life. We don't think you yeah." And so the fact that she was willing to listen to me, and here's the thing: if you can go beyond my noise, then you're able to get the real me. And I think she was able to get to that point where I'm now not talking in jokes, but I'm talking the real me, the things that I'm processing, the things I'm dealing with, and my baggage and all that, where I'm running away from, one of them being poverty and all that. So I think she was willing to listen. And then she came on a second date, I knew. Confirmed. This is
I think proposal. I think I tried proposing once. I didn't show up for the proposal because because
it's really painful.
Juma is too random. You know, for me, you have to, even if it's a surprise, but it's very hard to surprise me. But don't let, as in usishtuke tu even niambia you're meeting my friends. I think that was like 1 month after dating. I was like, hey boss, pole pole. Najua hii date, najua tumeanza
But you know,
kudate.
remember how I took you to the hotel to eat our first date, strong meal? But the fish is very significant in the Bible. No, so I was broke, but I worked so hard and got some money, got a ring that you never took.
And it disappeared in the
It got lost. Like, it kept staying in my pocket. It got lost.
But that was like
I had
1 month after dating. You don't akwendangi.
You had said yes.
No, but we had not said there's a marriage part at that particular point.
It was just to block you, like I knew.
But anyway, proposal. What happened was, I think we didn't do the same way guys normally do. We started planning our wedding, and then I think it was like 2 weeks to our wedding. That's when he proposed, and it was during one of our committee meetings. I was waiting for that romantic kind of proposal. Nimefunga macho, Nairobi's painted. Kendi, will you marry me? But he asked me to marry him at that point, and we are.
You're already. I had already paid dowry.
You know the way as a chick you start hinting, Okay, the good thing is for me, I didn't want to get a funny ring, so I was part of the process of getting my ring. But we had already started going through the process of getting the rings. But I knew proposal maybe takuja, and now knowing Juma can be quite extra. So I knew it involve media houses, you know, there'll be a helicopter and a cabana with my name. Kendi, will you marry me? And then I turned Juma Akoko, maybe KICC, ama he's blocked an entire street. Uko Nation Center. Kendi, will you marry me? Let's just say that didn't happen.
Let me say what actually happened. I'm afraid of heights. I went up to KICC at the helipad and said, God, I can't do this.
For me,
Like I understood Moses.
No, for me, what I used to do, I used to even send flash mobs to him. That was the time for flash mob kind of proposal. Namtumia via email, via text, you know, expecting the guy to get hints.
No. Let me tell you. You avoided me like I could not even believe I was going to marry you because you were the only time we would meet was over the weekends, and you were actively absent. Needless to mention, the person, in fact, you should blame is your sister. Your sister, every time we wanted to go on a date, you know, now we were not very cozy. I think I had snatched a friend from her. So she wasn't the happiest of human beings.
Yeah, because we're best of friends. So we finished our meeting. It was some restaurant in town. So we had just completed. I remember it was somewhere upstairs. And then I remember your friend. I won't mention his name. So I remember he was sort of fumbling and talking. So I was like, whatever, maybe watu wamechoka. So as he was talking, she was like, guys, let's pray. So we all closed our eyes to pray. We were done with our meeting. And when we said amen, I turned, a guy was on his knees. And he had a ring. And I remember screaming like, oh! But I didn't cry. I was very strong. And of course, at that point, we had already agreed we were going to get married. There's no one was going to say no. So
I had to be sure. You know, now, I had to be sure. I've been roaming around with this ring. No, there's a ring that got lost. So because of that, then I involved you in the latter process. I was like, maybe you were not going even to like the ring that I had got you. But although I had discussed with your sister, so I had an idea about what you would like. And so this other one, I just decided, it is what it is. I can give you all of the rings on your wedding day. Like I'm done with pretending. Like after all, there's a sense in which your dad likes me. So that's better than a ring. Yeah.
I think after the proposal, did anything change? I think it was a shock of, oh God, I have a ring, and I was shy. I was just shy. I'm not a ring person. You'll not find me walking around until I got married.
But from, I almost said ringworms. I can't say.
I really didn't like wearing the ring at that particular point. But then I got used to it. Did I get the kind of proposal I would have wanted? Not really. But I don't think it changed much about... It didn't change our relationship. Like, I don't think I was at a point where if Juma didn't give me the kind of proposal I wanted, I'll not get married. But I think the fact that he allowed me to be part of the process, like selecting my own ring, was good enough for me. But I don't think it really, whether a proposal comes or not, as long as the two of you are committed towards the marriage. Because for me, I think what is important is the preparation for marriage, not these other things, the wedding, the proposal. I don't think that will really change whether you'll have a good marriage or not. Yeah, prepare for the marriage. Hizi zingine zitakuja. If it's the ring, I got like what I wanted. Third anniversary, he even outdid the proposal like I would have wanted. You know, he gave me another beautiful ring for our third anniversary. So I really don't think these events, I know our society really puts a lot of pressure and value, but I don't think really for us it was a deal breaker. I was already committed to spending the rest of my life with him.
Yeah. For me, I think Kendi had told me two things. She told me for our wedding, I want us to invest in photography.
I love photos. Oh.
And then give me a good ring. So I went and took all my savings for Shamba and bought her the ring. Those rings were expensive. But I think because she had given me as an ultimatum, not really an ultimatum, I think she had made a wish. And I think that there's a way you win her confidence by giving her what she wants. But there was no pressure on me, like there was no
Like
pressure,
no proposal,
no proposal,
no
no,
wedding.
like, yeah. In fact, it was one of her friends who asked me, and when are you proposing? Like, she realized the wedding is next week, and a week or two in 2 weeks' time, and I hadn't. So I wasn't really having that pressure, and I think that's a good thing because a lot of relationships break before they begin.
Yeah.
And part of it is by putting financial burdens on each other. Remember when people say, oh, marry a tall, dark, handsome, driving, and all that? And so that denies you a chance to get to know someone because then you're using external items to validate a relationship. I think even if you have a wooden ring and the love is real, so be it.
Yeah.
In fact, I dare say you can look for one made from clay and just promise her that on their 3rd anniversary, I will play like myself.